Hello, this video is to describe are the expectations for the eyewitness assignment. Even if you are in the 4U or 4C section, this video will apply as we're both doing this same discussion. So we're going to get into Unit 2, Activity 2. What we could do is we could look at what the assignment is first. Okay, so we're going to be participating in a discussion. You're going to write about it in your group. You're going to guess each other's point of view, and we're going to go from there. So later on, you're going to see in the course home that we are going to have small groups posted in here. And when you go into the discussion, you're going to see your groups posted in there as well. So you can enter the discussion based on your group assignment here. So we want to go into U2A2. Let's get into that content. Unit 2, Activity 2. There's a lot of information in this particular assignment. And one thing that I want you to know is that gathering all of this information is going to help us write short stories, which is really important for this unit, but also the course culminating activity. And the more stories that you have to draw from, the more that you have to put in that portfolio at the very end. So we're going to go through the content. It's going to give us lots of information about different types of characters and characters that you include. So that's what this is in terms of who you choose and who are you representing within your story. So then there's some more interactive activities in which you can go through to help you select perspective. And so you can follow the instructions here, click through, and that will show you some ideas about perspective. So scrolling through all this information, these are enrichment. You don't need to watch these, but those are there in case you would like to have some extra opportunities to learn and grow about being a writer. What this video is all about is that we are going to be able to write a very short description of an event in 100 to 150 words. And we need to think about some considerations. So the example here is a car crash. And I strongly recommend that you use this and describe it from that perspective. You need to brainstorm. If there was a car accident, who would be involved? From the people on the highway to the drivers, to witnesses, to paramedics, to fire and rescue, police. Who else would be involved in witnessing this car accident? Now, I want to be very cautious. I realize that this may be an unsettling image for a number of you. If a car crash is not the subject, what we want is an event where everybody is there. So if you're participating in a group discussion where they're going to be guessing whose perspective, you need to give your group the heads up that your post is going to be about a different event. So there's some other ideas like being at a party or a classroom, somewhere where there's a lot of people and something happens that you're talking about the events from your perspective. So you're going to think about all the different people that would be in that event or would be attached to that. So if it was a classroom, you would have teachers, maybe a principal, you'd have all the students, maybe classrooms that are adjoining. Who else would be involved in that situation? Maybe there was a guest speaker, etc. So you're brainstorming all the different people that would be witness to that particular event. And then you're going to write it from one of those persons' perspectives. And you're going to share that in the discussion. So you're going to look for your group that you've been assigned to. They'll be outlined in the discussion as well. And you're going to post the 100 to 150 word description. I want you to use figurative language. I want you to describe the imagery, the sights, the sounds. What are you hearing? What are you experiencing? What do you remember? It's not necessarily factual, just like a police report. You can add in flowery language and describe it in the way that you would have witnessed whatever that event is. And so when you write your 100 to 150 word account, you're going to go to the discussion. And I haven't posted them yet, but you're going to see all the different groups with the names listed. And you're going to go into your group and start a new post within that thread, what your account is. Okay, so these are some questions for consideration before you post, just in terms of your story. And then what's going to happen is you're going to have group members guess which perspective it's from, or what they liked about your story, etc. So there's many different comments that you can have. So let's go through that again. The expectations are that you pick an event, and I'd recommend that we all stick on this one, just so that when you're writing it from a perspective that everyone kind of gets the gist of what it is. If you choose a different one, make sure that you state it before, not necessarily the perspective, but that you're stating what the event is if it's different than this. You're going to write 100 to 150 word description of what you witnessed or what you saw. And you're going to use these questions to make sure that you have your account properly typed out and that it makes sense. It would be good to get somebody else to read it first before you put it in there. Then you're going to go to the discussion. You're going to find your group. You're going to post it. You're also going to comment and respond as to the other group members' stories and what perspective they are writing from. Who was the witness that they are writing about? Doing this is going to help us in our next assignment that's called I Author. And so writing from a perspective is a really important exercise to be able to know what we're doing in that next activity. I hope this video helped.